So welcome to Serials, the PNN webcast series that chronicles your stories. This is our first podcast since my return from Wales, but I think I still must have a little bit of the traveling bug in me, because today we're talking to another fellow traveler, Lauren Resnick. Lauren is the author of a travel guide called Princess with a Backpack, and today she's talking to us from New York. Is that right, Lauren?
That's right. Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, thank you.
Can you tell us a little bit about what the book is about then? Does it have like tips or what's in the book basically?
Sure. It's a travel guide for how to backpack in style. And the idea came to me when I went traveling myself for 6 months around Europe. And I didn't intend to go to write the book, but by the end of my trip I was sitting in a little airport in Paris and thinking, oh God, I know so much about backpacking now and how to look good with, limited wardrobe and limited hair care if I only knew this 6 months ago. So when I got back to Australia after being in Europe, I started writing down little tips and tricks for other female travelers who might be interested in doing what I did.
Cool. So what was your writing experience like then? Have you ever written anything before?
No, this is my first book. I'm a qualified architect, so I've been studying for 6 years at university, and then the reason for the trip was that I was so exhausted from all the study, I decided the best thing to do instead of going straight into the workforce would be to travel. So my writing background is limited to what I did at university. I never really took a writing course, but the fact that I loved writing about what I wrote about and I knew so much about it made it so easy and enjoyable to start writing.
So are you working as an architect now, or what are you doing?
Yeah, I'm still working as an architect, which is cool because it's like having a dual life. I've architect by day and then princess by night. But it's fun because I get to do all the book stuff on the side, and I'm still passionate about my architecture and this course that I did. So I guess it makes for a really interesting life.
So when you're traveling then, do you pay special attention to architecture that you see?
Yeah. I mean, for me, it makes it even more special to go to these places that I'd been studying and looked at these buildings in textbooks for 6 years, and then finally got to go into them and experience it, and see what my course had really been talking about. So I really do pay attention to it, and it gives it a different dimension.
So where was your first travel experience? Was it this 6-month trip to Europe? Or?
Well, I'd traveled a bit before. After school, I actually went on a 3-month trip I went straight to Israel on a group tour, which was really, really interesting. And I spent about 2 months there, and then went to a couple of other places in Europe like Rome and London. That was really my first major trip outside of Australia. I mean, I'd been to a few places in Asia, but Asia's kind of pretty close to Australia, so it doesn't feel like that huge, big trip. But it was also really fun. But my first major 6-month trip started in Europe.
So do you have any current travel plans to leave anytime soon?
Well, I've actually just spent the last almost month in the UK, and while I was there, I actually got a first-class ticket from Eurail to go and travel anywhere I wanted, and in exchange I'd write a story for them, which was really fun and exciting. So I decided to go to France. So I spent just over a week in France, just traveling from the north down to the south, and the actual journey itself, like being on the train, was so gorgeous and so fun. It was as exciting as being, getting to the destination. Whereas when you get on an airplane, it's, a bit of a hassle. You have to wait in a big line. You have to, get on the plane. You don't really see anything. This makes it really like an enjoyable part of the journey. So it's really, really fun, and definitely have plans to to start traveling again. I just have to figure those out. They'll come. I'm hoping to go to South America sometime soon.
So I'm guessing because there's the word princess in the title, the book is kind of geared towards women, I would guess.
That's right. And it's difficult for women, and it's, we have to think that, there's books like The Lonely Planet out there, but they're very, very general. When we go and we want to pack our clothes, we can't use the same principles as guys do, because basically all they need is a pair of sneakers, jeans, and a top. Whereas we have a lot to consider, like how we're going to pack 12 pairs of denim jeans into one bag, and it doesn't really work. So in my book, Princess with a Backpack, I've listed them all out, what to pack for summer, what to pack for winter, and not only what to wear, but, how to, keep looking good when you've traveling with a fluoro light in your hostel room, or if you, come into a situation where you don't know where you're going to go the next day, or there's a whole bunch of things that we don't consider when we're traveling, especially for long periods of time, on how to still, live the life you want to live. So it's all in the book, all the tips and tricks.
Cool. So have you done a lot of solo travel then?
Yeah, I have, and I actually really enjoy it. It's something that, seems really daunting, and if you'd asked me if I wanted to do that before I went away, I would have said never. But it's so fun. It's really liberating. You get to choose where you want to go, when you want to go. It opens your eyes to so many different possibilities that you would have never been able to experience if someone was there with you, like holding your hand, or, steering you away from potential opportunities. So I really think that there's a huge benefit in doing at least a little bit by yourself.
All right. So my last question is a little bit fun and silly.
Good.
Which Disney princess do you think would make the best backpacking princess?
Probably not Sleeping Beauty. I think she relies on a guy too much. And she'd miss all the fun by sleeping through the trip. So it might have to be a bit of Cinderella. She's a grounded person, and yet she still loves to be treated like a princess. So I think we're going to have to call it Cinderella.
Awesome.
Excellent. When we think of a princess, we think spoiled brat. But that's really not the message I'm trying to get across. It's really about being able to, kind of use what you've got and what privileges you've been given in the world to go and explore and to go and, better yourself as a person. And I think, if you do come into contact with money, you start earning a living, think about what you want to spend your money on. It might not necessarily be the best option to get, a BMW at the age of 22. It might actually be better to get on a plane and go and see Italy. So these are the kind of things I like to, help girls, encourage them, and hopefully, make each princess a better person.